Good luck, babe.
Thanks.
Okay, Annie, whenever you're ready, please begin.
Okay. So this is our brief for our final major project. We were told that we had to create anything that we learned over the year so far. So like a music video, documentary, radio show, short film, and I picked a documentary for mine because that's what I'm most into. We haven't actually made one yet this year, so I thought I'd try something new. My documentary is called What For, and it's about female empowerment and like the power of makeup and why like we do the things that we do and how it's to make yourself feel good and not to make other people like feel like you look good or feel good.
So by doing that, were you kind of trying to challenge people's view of why women wear makeup? What was the kind of idea behind it, really?
Just because like I'm genuinely quite sick of people like being like, oh, who are you trying to impress? Because like genuinely nobody. Like I don't wear makeup to college and like I don't care about it. But I wear makeup. If I did wear makeup to college, then I would. It wouldn't make a difference because it was college or because I was going to see people. But people like no one gets that point across.
Yeah, and do you think that's quite a widely held view amongst young women? I mean, do you think there's a sort of a general belief that women alter their appearance to please other people, and you actually believe that's not true?
Yeah, but I feel like younger girls maybe genuinely do like alter their appearance to please other people, and then as they grow, they realise that like they don't have to actually do that, and they should just do it for their own enjoyment.
Yeah.
But I want them to like realise it sooner, that they should just do everything for their own enjoyment.
Okay, so it's partly to challenge preconceptions, and also partly to make people think, or younger women particularly, think about the way they're behaving and who they're doing these things for.
And maybe like think less, because I interviewed people's boyfriends and asked them whether they thought their girlfriend was beautiful and whether they thought she was beautiful, just to show that like they actually have no idea, like they actually don't, like boys actually don't have an idea. I'm staring at a room full of boys, but like they don't have a clue how you actually feel, so you shouldn't change the way that you are to make you seem a certain way when they don't even have a clue anyway.
Okay, good.
Yeah, so pretty much I aimed for like 15 minutes, but I filmed actually loads of footage, so I had way too much, so I had to cut quite a lot of it out, but it still like gets the point across in my opinion. But I don't know. When I was researching documentaries, I wanted to follow like roughly kind of like the way Gracie Francesca makes documentaries with BBC Three, because she's quite like involved, and because she's like a social influencer, she brought that into it, so she was kind of more her telling it, but like you knowing how she feels about it kind of thing. So I kind of tried to do that in mine, but I'm not sure if it worked properly, because I wasn't actually on camera that much. But yeah. My target audience would be like 16 to 20-year-olds mainly. There is actually no target audience, kind of, because anyone can watch it and be like, oh, like, that's something I didn't know. I feel like 16 to 20-year-olds would most likely watch it, but they wouldn't actually learn that much from it, whereas like under 16s and over 20s would learn the most from it if they did watch it, but it's also not actually targeted at them, because it would more educate them than be something that they already know about.
Okay.
If that makes any sense.
It does. So in a sense that your target audience is quite broad, isn't it? Because it's an issue that affects lots of people in lots of different ways. So I guess it not only does it affect the people who you're kind of aiming it towards in terms of the thing you spoke about before, the kind of changing perceptions, but it's also of general interest, isn't it, to perhaps parents, grandparents of younger girls, because it gives them an insight into their behaviour and the reason that they do things, perhaps.
Yeah, definitely, and maybe teachers, because I spoke in there about how like we're taught about like people with like intellectual knowledge, but we're not talking about people with like skill, that like self-taught skill, or like self-proclaimed like people that have made it for themselves. You never talk about like self-made stars. So maybe if a teacher watched it, they'd be like, oh, that woman's actually really interesting, even though she's like not like in a book or like in a suit kind of thing. The platform I'd air it on would be YouTube, because I feel like TV is a dying industry kind of, and YouTube, like, you can watch it at any point, at any time of the day, like anywhere, pretty much anywhere in the world. It covers like, I can't remember how much, 95% of the internet population can watch YouTube, so like pretty much majority can watch it. And I was doing research into like channels that air documentaries, and the History Channel literally said our target audience is males between 18 and whatever years old. And I was like, what? You can't have a TV channel targeted at gender. So I was just like, nah, I'm not going to do
Okay.
this.
I mean, do you think? I mean, for example, one of the platforms that has now kind of disappeared from mainstream television, but is still available, is something like BBC Three, which, although it's only on the iPlayer, still has the brand recognition of the BBC, and perhaps would have a wider reach. Perhaps might reach to people, slightly older people who perhaps don't watch YouTube as much. I mean, do you think it'd be worth trying to persuade something like that to take it as well?
I feel like no, because I want to, like, if it was actually going to be aired somewhere, I would want to own every single piece of it, and I wouldn't want anything to do with like a corporation to do with it at all, because I feel like even though it's the BBC, every like big corporation is just corrupt. I don't want anything to do with them. Don't actually have my planning and pre-production on here, but I did write a script for the documentary, but it was a lot of like, I didn't ask actually that many questions, which I thought I was going to ask a lot more questions, but I didn't actually end up doing that. And I've got no sound on my video, but I mean you can watch the beginning of it, the intro. It's not very interesting, no sound on it. I'm just talking over this bit, but you obviously you can't hear me talking.
What kind of things are you talking about? Perhaps if you could explain what the idea of the shot is.
Well, in this I'm just talking about me. I'm like introducing myself.
Yeah.
So it's just clips of me, because I thought it was just best.
Why did you think that was important?
What, to introduce me?
Yeah.
Because I feel like it's like to know who's like talking, who the voice behind it is like more important, and actually talk like about myself and like what I'm interested in, which like plays into this, because I'm like, don't judge a book by its cover.
Yeah.
And
So you're talking about your own relationship with appearance.
yeah.
And how it kind of affected you and how it affects you now.
Yeah, how people just like, when I wear makeup, people just assume I'm stupid.
Okay.
And like, it's quite irritating.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're kind of setting out your case.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And then
okay.
I just chat about like pretty much why I'm making it. And then I just can't remember what much in my head. Then my interviews start, which is basically where I'm just asking people if they know what feminism is. And like 2 out of the 5 or 6 people that I asked actually gave me an answer that was actually right.
Okay.
My nan, she's 69, and she literally said that a feminist was someone who likes the door to be open for them. And then I started laughing at her, and she started laughing and was like, is that right? And I was like, no, not in the slightest. Holly and Danny got it right. But no one else did.
Okay. Has anyone got any questions for Annie? They would like to ask about her product.
don't rush
Zach, you
anyone.
must have a question. I know you know Annie very well, but is there anything that you think that you would expect to see in a video like this, or
Say something else.
Well, I can see there's a lot of people like our age and like some old people. Have you got any like young people in it, or like any other people? 'Cause I can just see pretty much just girls that are our age.
Well, yeah, I've got their boyfriends in it,
Oh yeah.
and well, there was going to be a bit with you in it, but it was just too long. The documentary was so long. To add that would just have been like too much. So there might be like a part 2, which is yours and my niece, who's 5.
Oh.
so you interviewed your niece? So she's somebody who's just maybe at the age where she's starting to think about,
Yeah,
and she watches older people putting on makeup. And you also interviewed your nan, didn't you?
yeah.
So you've got like an older perspective
Older
as well.
person, yeah, but I didn't actually include. I'm going to include a bit of my niece's one because she wouldn't talk to me when I was this side of the camera.
Okay.
She would only talk to me when I was sat with her.
Okay.
So I was on camera and I don't know. I feel like sometimes it sounds like I'm forcing words out of her mouth, even though I'm not. She's just being blunt.
Yeah.
But I asked her what feminism was, and she didn't know. And I told her, and then I said, "So do you reckon you're a feminist?" And she was like, "Yeah."
Okay, that's encouraging.
How
isn't
old
it?
is she?
5.
Oh.
Fine. Yeah, it's interesting, isn't it? And overall, in terms of your production, do you feel like you've been successful?
Yes and no. I feel like I could have put, like, if I'd have, I don't know, I got to like a creative block where I didn't really know, I couldn't get a vision in my head of how I wanted it to look. But now I've got that, but now it's too late.
Okay.
So I feel like if I'd have just like maybe concentrated a bit more and like, I don't know, then I could have made it a
Okay.
little bit better.
I mean, do you think you've learnt a lot through the process?
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you were to do this again,
Yeah, I think I could make a 10 out of 10 documentary if I did it again.
all right. Good. Any other questions?
No.
Okay. Lovely. All right. Thank you, Annie. It's very good.